welcome to this video. This video was a suggested topic for me, and it was basically my favorite barn things, or things as a rider, or things I couldn't live without at the barn, stuff like that. So I picked out 4 or 5-ish things that I couldn't live without at the barn, and I've also picked out 4 things that are my favorite as a rider and 4 things for horses that are my favorite. So I'm going to put you over to future me at the barn, who's going to talk about the 5 things she can't live without. So welcome to the barn. Things I could not live without at the barn. Sponges. A good sponge is excellent for wiping sweat, cleaning stable stains, which we have a lot of. Sponges I need. Another thing I can't live without are wet wipes, simply because it's good to clean off your hands, it's good to clean muscles and noses and eyes and everything. It's good to wipe down boots, shoes, dusty things. The third thing I couldn't live without at the barn is a brush that you can brush the horse's fetlock joints with. This is a big one. I prefer them to be like this size, but just a short bristle brush that's not too stiff but not too soft, so you can brush the dirt and scrub back and forth without making small micro tears in the horse's skin. And the 4th thing I can't live without at the yard or barn is saddle racks that are in the aisle, so you can hang up the saddle and stuff on them. They are a lifesaver because, like us, we have to get a tack and then we have to lock the tack room, and you don't want to put your saddle on the floor while it's time for you to groom and everything, and then put the saddle on. So yeah. And the final thing I can't live without, we're gonna do a setting change here. A good warm place to dry stuff off that I could never ever live without. So my 5 favorite things as a rider are: number 1, Charles Owen helmets. Charles Owen is quality helmets for, well, now it's a reasonable price, but I still think it's pretty expensive, but they're handcrafted and everything in the UK, and they fit my head because I have a narrow head, not a circular one. You can also get them in a rounder size, and they have many different models. Before they introduced the MIPS system in their helmets, which they have now, they still came out as number 3 in a test done by a Swedish insurance company, where they tested riding helmets in a different way than what is done for common tests, like the beta testing on the EU testing and stuff. And the only 2 that beat the Charles Owen Air was the 2 MIPS helmets from Back on Track. So it's a very good quality helmet and is very safe. My second favorite thing as a rider, and things I probably wouldn't live without, are gloves. And my gloves that I would recommend are the Rockall riding gloves. These are the only gloves that I found that are small enough to fit my tiny fingers, and they fit like a glove. Some people say that they get worn out very quickly. Maybe those are like people that ride several horses a day, but these I've had for over a year, and they're not really worn at all. A little bit on this finger, But yeah, so I really recommend them. And as you can see, there's no like piece of glove that's sticking out for my short fingers. The third thing I would like to recommend as a rider are breeches with full seat silicone. Like so. There are many brands that do silicone breeches, and there are many types to choose from. Some are more sticky than others. I love Sticky Bum silicone breeches. I adore them. I feel safe, and it also helps me not to use so much muscle to like sit in the saddle, because they sort of grip the saddle for me. Yeah, I highly recommend full seat silicone breeches. And the final thing that I recommend, and is one of my absolute favorite things as a rider, is the U-hip riding skirts. Especially for me that live in a cold country, these are a lifesaver. So they have a drawer zipper at the front and at the back, and so you can like zip the skirt up onto you on the front, and then you zip up the back, you zip up at the front, you fasten the leg straps, elastic ones around your legs, and you are nice and toasty and cozy and warm while you're riding, and you still have the ability to use your Sticky Bum full seat breeches to sit in the saddle. And I'm not sure how I functioned without this skirt, but I absolutely recommend it. So over to my 4 favorite things for horses, stuff I couldn't recommend enough. And the first thing is Car & Day and Martin products. I have the mane and tail conditioner. I have the tack cleaner. I have the leather balsam. And I have the Connie Christine hoof dressing. And all of these products I absolutely love. Sponsor me, please. And I would really love to try some more of the products, but yeah, it's like without your own horse there are just a certain extent of what you need. But if they have like a green spot remover, I'm pretty sure I will try it, because Picken needs some serious stain removal at times. So the second thing that I recommend for horses, which are my favorite things, are the Bosch stick brushes. These Bosch brushes are mostly natural fibers, and they don't give horses static electricity, which is a big plus in my book. They come in many different types of brush hardness. I think it's 5 or 6 different ones. So this is the Mex fiber. It's one of the harder, but not the hardest. And this is the super soft. But they do have softer than this, which is like, I think, horsehair. Yeah, so these brushes, they keep going. They're very good quality. You can clean them. They turn up really nicely. And yeah, I couldn't recommend more. My third thing that I absolutely adore for horses are Horsewear Rugs. So Horsewear is an Irish company. They make rugs in all kinds of shapes and forms. They have faux rugs, they have summer rugs, fly sheets, stable rugs, rain rugs, different types of models as well, so you can find something that fits your horse. They have extra wide rugs, and they also have different models in the sense that cost wise. So this is the Mio model. Yeah, this is the Mio model, and this is one of their like economical cheap rugs. You then have the Amigo rugs that are slightly more expensive, and then the Rhino and the Rambo. And the Rambos are amazing quality, and even though they're expensive, they will last you and last you and last you. These rugs have excellent like shape around the horse's shoulders. I've never ever experienced that they've given a horse a rub. They also have many different sizes. Most rugs here go in 10 in increments, sort of 115, 125, 135, 145, etc. But Rambo has like 140 and 130, and yeah, so they have many different sizes. And they also have a liner system, so that if you want to buy less rugs and just exchange the inner liner, you can do that, and it can fit to all kinds of weather. So I absolutely adore these, even though they are on the expensive side. I'd highly recommend them. My final favorite thing for horses are this Equiline saddle pads. Now, Equiline saddle pads are an Italian brand. They also make rider clothing, saddles, etc, etc. I absolutely adore their saddle pads. They are insanely good quality, especially the octagon pattern saddle pads. They are very sort of keep their shape, they're structured. They can handle wash after wash after wash, and they still are really nice. I mean, mine is new, but like if you watch some Swedish YouTubers with their like alla mina schabrak videos, so you will see then that they have like saddle pads that have been around for like 5-10 years, and they still use them at shows and everything. Equiline have many different designs. They have a simple octagon pad without any piping or anything, and they also have the option that you can design your own with like the different bindings and pipings, and you can have embroidery. Not this is their embroidery, this is the logo or outline pad, I think. They also have many other different like their own designs. I would absolutely adore it if I could have like the Navy Riders Club pad, but I'm poor-ish, so, and it's really expensive. So that was all for this video. I hope you found some good tips for something you might like to try with your horse or buy for yourself. I have been riding horses all my life, and I've used a lot of these things for that time. Some I haven't used that long, but I still recommend it based on what I've seen from others. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down in the description. Maybe you can tell me what you cannot live without at the barn, or one of your absolute favorite things. And yeah, like the video and subscribe to my channel. I would absolutely love that. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!